Hey everybody, it's Julie from Mystical Moonchild. How are we today? I hope you're happy and well. And we are doing our angel messages for today. And here we go. First one out, children. Well, that's a lovely card to start with. So, children coming out, maybe you've got children at home and you've been worried about them lately. Maybe they're not living at home and you've been worried about them. And this is just saying, they're okay. And you can also see this as a mediumship card. If you've lost children and you've been thinking about them, well, then this has showed up to go, look, they've heard you. Okay? Children. And then we have forgiveness and Archangel Michael. Okay, forgiveness with the children. I feel like the message here is with children. I mean, children are free-spirited, okay? And I feel like you can't always beat yourself up for what your child does, because your children are learning lessons. You're here as a guide. You install strong morals for them, but they really need to grow and do their own thing. Okay, so it's like, just forgive if they're, making a few mistakes. It's like, don't think of it as a reflection on you. Just know that they're growing pains, and they're, everybody, as they grow up, they do different things, There's a lot of peer pressure. There's a lot of other pressures now too. So it's like, it's okay. You can only do the best that you can do. And we've got Archangel Michael here too, which in the dynamics is really, really good, because if you're worried about a child and maybe if they are making some wrong choices. Now remember, that doesn't always mean that your child's making wrong choices, but they could still be selected with certain people that encourage them to make wrong choices. But it's a part of growing. As much as no parent wants to hear this, we were all young once. Did we always listen? Okay? So it's like, just give them their breathing space to grow. Archangel Michael coming out is like, call on Archangel Michael. Send him in to keep them safe. Okay? To protect them. I mean, he's a great protector here. Because we all need to learn things at some stage in our life, and we can't cut that experience off because we can't. Okay, things are done out of our control. It's written on the other side, lessons we have to learn. And as a parent, you've just got to, as I said, install the best morals that you can to the children, show them, teach them what's right and what's wrong. And as they come into age and they make sometimes silly choices, like we've all done, it's, it's like they'll learn their lesson. It'll be done. They're not going to go backwards unless they're in a wrong crowd of people or they're really, reveling. But as I said, then you can call in Archangel Michael and you can get him as well to protect them, keep them safe, bring them home safe to you. I mean, I've even done that many a time, when children go out with their friends, because you just don't know. And it's like, Archangel Michael, please keep them safe, bring them home to me safe. Please watch over them, make sure nothing's happening, okay? You can do this. And, then they come home, you hear that door, and then it's like, okay, now I can sleep. The last one's in the door. Or you could have one of those children, which is I always encouraged as well. It's like, when you finish going out with your friends, ring me and I'll sleep with my phone. And the minute they want to be picked up, it's like, well, you just jump on in that car. So here's mum with her hair all wet. But, you pick them up so they don't have to sit there and wait for taxis. And all the kids always want to go through the McDonald's, you know, so you take them through McDonald's and get them all their food, dropping them off at their houses. I'm a good sleeper. I can go back to bed and it's fine. But, yeah, we all look after our kids in our own way. Okay, because we love them dearly, even though sometimes that can be hard work. But yeah, we're always learning. There is no perfect child. Some children, you know, are better than others. Or is it that they're better or they grow into those habits that they didn't do? You know what I mean? Like, we're always learning, evolving and growing. That's what we're here for. But generally, I'd like to say children are good. And the pressures are real these days for them. And yeah, there's temptations that, well, it's a different world out there now. Let's put it that way. And these poor children are living in it. So yeah, Archangel Michael, please keep them safe. And our Archangel Tarot card is the Dreamer. A new start, trust yourself, push your fears aside and take a leap of faith. I like that too. Because once again, you could be thinking the worst in what's happening too. Okay, so if you haven't got all the facts, you're pushing them into somewhere they, you know, they weren't ready to go anyway. So you just, you know, you're a parent, you know, you'll know what to do. And this is saying, you know, like, they're not all bad. Put your fears away. We grew up in like one world where, what was the worst thing that, you know, there was back then? Everybody at school doing weed, smoking cigarettes, you know. Now it's different. But like, you know, I doubt that many people would have not tried, okay? Because it was just, it's the Australian thing to do, okay? If you don't like it, you didn't go back there, right? But you wanted to know what everyone else was talking about, right? So that was pretty mellow compared to what these children have to face with now. So trust them. Trust them, because the more you can trust them, the more they're not going to let you down. Okay? Because they know that you think higher of them. And then they won't have to rebel like the rebellious teenager. Be accused of things you didn't do, so we'll do them anyway. You know, it's a two-way street here. So I'm just going to say again, Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Michael. Please bring my children home safe. Please look after my child and their friends when they go out tonight. Just always Archangel Michael. And then thank Archangel Michael when everyone's home safe in their beds. Go and thank you, Archangel Michael. Because we cannot be everywhere. So I hope this helps somebody. And yeah. I'm not really getting any more on that except for children do need their respect. They do need to have their space. They need to be able to choose right from wrong. And as I said, if they do something sort of wrong, like chances are it's done and it's out of the system. You know, and I'm saying minor things here as well. I don't mean like breaking and entering and, you know, full on stuff. I mean just the general aches and pains of being a teenager and growing up. Okay, trying to fit in with the crowd. Because I'm sure you'll all remember a day when, you know, you did too. Want to fit into a crowd, want to fit into a group of people that, you know, you really respected, that you really liked. And, you know, maybe it wasn't that easy. So you had to sort of be someone that you weren't to get in. But now, children are smarter as well. They see a lot more because, come on, we didn't have phones where you had all this internet and stuff. We were on the old phone box, ringing up for 20 cents, and you could talk as long as you like, because if you had a home phone line, 5 minutes and you were timed out, that was it, phone got hung up. So these children have a lot more access to a lot more stuff, and it's a lot more adult content, probably more than what their brains can actually fathom at times as well. And they've got to maneuver now in their own way because it's sort of uncharted, okay? But, as long as, you tell them that you love them, and, you tell them that if they've got any questions or they need any help or they want any advice, like you're here, or someone that, if they don't want to talk to you, you've got someone to refer them to that you can trust that will give them the right information. They've got a good, quality friends that they hang out with, like, life will be good. It's just giving them that little bit of space, because there's not real lot of space in their lives with things that, conditions. And I'll leave it like that. And yeah, trust those children. The children are good, okay? They're just different to what we were, because life is different to what we had. Okay, we still had dirt roads. We still watched black and white TV. We didn't have all these TV stations. There was so much we didn't have. And here we are with all of this. This is the norm. We didn't grow up on computer games. You went to the cinema and watched a movie. It wasn't on repeat, like with the tape recorder, watching it and watching it and watching it. Different times, different scenarios. Okay, so tell your child you love them. Whatever they do with that, they'll do the right thing, because it's there, and they don't want to let you down either. It's normally, if there's that rebellion instinct that they're told that they're doing this, that, and the other, well, then why wouldn't they? Because you've already just put them in the gutter. Okay? So speak to children nicely, listen to what they've got to say, and, they're our future. And they've got a big future ahead, and a whole world to change. Okay, bye for now.